Have you ever made a decision in a moment of anger, only to regret it later? Have you ever allowed fear to stop you from taking a step toward your future? Have you ever let disappointment convince you that you were defeated? If the answer is yes, you're not alone. But today, we're going to talk about something that separates people who transform their lives from people who remain trapped in the same cycles. It's called emotional mastery. Emotional mastery does not mean you don't have emotions. It means your emotions no longer have control over your decisions. When we experience stress, rejection, failure, or trauma, our brain often reacts before we have time to think. The emotional center of the brain, the amygdala, sends out an alarm. It says, protect yourself, defend yourself, run, fight. But here is the problem. The same survival mechanisms that protect us in dangerous moments can also keep us stuck when we don't learn how to manage them. A person who has not mastered their emotions reacts. A person who has mastered their emotions responds. And there is a powerful difference between the two. Reaction is controlled by the moment. Response is controlled by purpose. At Reset, we believe emotional mastery begins with 3 questions. What am I feeling? Why am I feeling it? What choice aligns with the person I am becoming? Because your emotions are information. They are not instructions. Just because you feel angry doesn't mean you have to act angry. Just because you feel afraid doesn't mean you have to surrender to fear. Just because you experience failure doesn't mean you are a failure. Your feelings are real, but they do not have to define your reality. Emotional mastery is built through practice. It requires learning how to pause before responding. It requires becoming aware of your triggers. It requires replacing old patterns with intentional choices. The strongest people are not the people who never struggle emotionally. The strongest people are those who have learned how to lead themselves through those struggles. Because if you cannot control your emotions will eventually control your life. Your past may explain your reactions, but it does not have to control your future. The person you are becoming requires a new level of awareness, a new level of discipline, a new level of emotional strength. That is what Reset is about. Taking responsibility, mastering your emotions, executing your vision, and transforming your life. Because the greatest comeback you will ever make is the one where you learn to master yourself. I'm your host, and this is Reset. Remember, your emotions are powerful, but you are the one who decides where your power goes.